On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Fishery.
An area of water where fish are caught in large quantities for living, a business or practice of catching and selling fish.
Examples:
Fishery management, commercial fishery. The majority of the people on the island are fishery folk.
Tempt.
To make someone want to do or have something, especially something that is unnecessary or wrong.
Examples:
Tempt young people. Tempt the taste buds. Though he was evil, he never tempted his friends into wrongdoing.
Communal.
Belonging to or used by a group rather than individuals, for common use.
Examples:
Communal swimming pool. Communal combination of funds. Communal elections were held in several European countries.
Disappear.
To cease to exist or be visible.
Examples:
Disappear without a trace. Disappear after a week. They watched the train disappear into the distance.
Poverty.
The condition of being extremely poor.
Examples:
Poverty alleviation. The cycle of poverty. Many studies have investigated the relationship between poverty and academic achievement.
Develop.
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples:
Develop a strategy. Develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Contract.
A legally binding agreement between two or more parties, setting out their rights and obligations to each other, typically in writing and enforceable by law.
Examples:
Employment contract. Contract law. The company signed a contract with the supplier for the delivery of goods.
Overfishing.
The removal of too many fish from a body of water, causing a decline in population levels and harm to the ecosystem.
Examples:
Overfishing crisis. Overfishing ban. The ocean's ecosystem is being threatened by overfishing, causing many species to become endangered.
Penalty.
A punishment for violating a law, rule, or contract.
Examples:
Death penalty. Corner of the penalty area. The lawyer was reinstated after paying the penalty.
Cheat.
To act dishonestly or unfairly to gain an advantage or to deceive someone, to break the rules or laws.
Examples:
Cheat on my taxes. Cheat in a game. Even though he knew it was wrong, he cheated on the exam.
Incentive.
Something, such as a punishment, reward, etc., that encourages a person to do something.
Examples.
Financial incentives. An incentive to work hard. They have no incentive to win the game.
Dramatically.
In a very impressive manner.
Examples.
He confessed dramatically. The cabin pressure fell dramatically. Life expectancy has grown dramatically this century.
Villager.
A person who lives in a village or small rural community. A person who is part of a close-knit and traditional community.
Examples.
Villager community. Local villager. The rural villagers were saddened by the destruction of their homes in the natural disaster.
Medieval.
Relating to or belonging to the Middle Age, that is for the period of A.D. 600 to AD 1450.
Examples.
Medieval times. Medieval history. Only the medieval tower remained standing.
Indigenous.
Someone or something that is native to or occurring naturally in a particular place.
Examples.
Indigenous crop. Indigenous peoples. The indigenous plants need to be pollinated by local insects.
Wildlife.
Animals, birds, insects, etc. that grow independently of people and live in natural conditions.
Examples.
Wildlife sanctuary. Bird and other wildlife. The conservation area has an abundance of wildlife.
Rely.
To require a certain thing or the assistance and support of someone or something in order to continue, run properly, or succeed.
Examples.
Rely on convenience stores. Rely entirely on him. Babies heavily rely on others for food.
Finite.
Having a limit or restriction of size, time, etc.
Examples.
Finite resources. Finite decimal. Human beings have a finite lifespan, so we yearned for the idea of immortality.
Graze.
To feed on grass or other vegetation, especially by nibbling at it repeatedly, to break the skin of a body part by scraping.
Examples.
Turn cattle out to graze. Graze the left shoulder. The sheep graze on the green grass in the meadow.
Pollute.
To make an area or substance, such as land, air, water, etc., dirty or harmful to living things, by adding waste matter or harmful chemicals.
Examples.
Pollute the air. Pollute the thread. We should do our best not to pollute the environment.
Deplete.
To reduce something, especially supplies of energy, money, etc., by a large amount, to use up resources or materials.
Examples:
deplete customer confidence, deplete glycogen stores. If we continue to deplete the Earth's natural resources, we will cause severe damage to the environment.
Stream.
A small, narrow river, a continuous flow of something, such as liquid, gas, people, vehicles, etc.
Examples:
the stream of time, an endless stream of cars. Jet streams are the common name for air currents that form high in the atmosphere.
Tragedy.
An event or situation causing great loss, misfortune, or destruction, a play or literature that deals with a severe and sad event and often ends with the death of the main character.
Examples:
a tragedy during work, the aftermath of this tragedy. Macbeth is a famous tragedy by Shakespeare.
Economy.
The system by which a country or region produces, manages, and distributes goods and services, including the money and finances involved in these activities, of an airline, the lowest priced, most basic option for seating in commercial travel.
Examples:
economy of scale, economy class. The economy of the country is struggling due to the recent political instability.
Belong.
To be the property of someone or something, to be a member or part of a group, to be in the proper or appropriate place.
Examples:
belong to different species, belong to a group. All the books in this section belong to the library's rare collection and must be handled carefully.
Pump.
To cause water, air, gas, etc. to move from one place to another by using mechanical equipment, to get or supply something such as money, information, etc. in significant quantities.
Examples:
pump a secret out of success, pump blood throughout the body. He was alert and could not pump any critical information out of him.
Greenhouse.
A building with walls and roof made chiefly of transparent material, such as glass, for growing plants in.
Examples:
exotic plants in a greenhouse, emissions of greenhouse gases. The greenhouse effect is a phenomenon that happens naturally.
Dump.
To deposit or dispose of something, such as trash, waste, etc., carelessly or hurriedly.
Examples:
dump the gravel on the road, dump hazardous waste. The company dumped him after several years of service.
Fertilizer.
A natural or chemical substance added to soil to make plants grow more successfully.
Examples:
A chemical fertilizer. Non-synthetic fertilizer. Nitrogen fixation by the Haber-Bosch method leads to the mass production of fertilizers.
Industrial.
Of or relating to or resulting from industry.
Examples:
Beginning of the Industrial Revolution. Industrial alcohol. Industrial design has become more focused on human nature aspect than ever before.
Absorb.
To take in a fluid or other substance gradually.
Examples:
Absorb energy. Absorb a shock. The sponge absorbs water well.
Biodiversity.
The number and variety of plants and animals that exist in a particular area or the world and make a balanced environment.
Examples:
Biodiversity conservation. Loss of biodiversity. The country was instrumental in promoting the Biodiversity Treaty.
Fragile.
Delicate or easily broken or damaged.
Examples:
Politically fragile nation. Fragile ecosystem. The vase was made of fragile ceramic and easily broke when it was dropped.
Modern.
Of or belonging to the present time or recent times.
Examples:
Modern poetry. Pre-modern agricultural society. Their headquarters are in a modern skyscraper.
Vital.
Necessary for the success or continued existence of something.
Examples:
Play a vital role. Vital for a healthy society. Perseverance and optimism are vital to success.
Propose.
To make a proposal, declare a plan for something.
Examples:
Propose the amendment. Propose changes. I want to propose a toast in honor of our long-standing relationship.
Define.
To state or explain precisely the nature, scope, or meaning of something.
Examples:
Define a word. Define my position. To advance this discussion, we must define success rigorously.
Planet.
Any of the 9 large celestial bodies that circle in the solar system, any celestial body that revolves around a star.
Examples:
Planet like the Earth. Save the planet. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun.
Boundary.
A real or imaginary line that marks the limit or extent of something and separates it from other things or places.
Examples:
Geographical boundary. The boundary between reality and fantasy. He wandered the boundary between life and death by gunfire.
Survival.
The state of continuing to exist or live, frequently in the face of difficulty or danger.
Examples:
Survival ability. Survival food. He evaluated his chances for survival rather pessimistically.
Tip.
The top or extreme point of something slender or tapering, usually a mountain or hill. A piece of advice about something practical, a small amount of money given for services.
Examples:
The tip of a paintbrush. Give the waiter a tip. I will introduce some tips on learning English in this class.
Threshold.
The floor or ground that forms the bottom of a doorway and offers support when passing through a doorway, the smallest detectable sensation.
Examples:
The threshold between rooms. High pain threshold. She's on the threshold of adulthood.
Irreversible.
Impossible to change or return to a previous condition.
Examples:
Avoid irreversible damage. An irreversible change. The development of agricultural technology has had an irreversible impact on humanity.
Catastrophic.
Extremely harmful, causing physical or financial destruction.
Examples:
Victim of catastrophic injuries. Catastrophic climate change. The extinction rate of aquatic animals was catastrophic.
Broad.
Very wide, general.
Examples:
Attract broad attention. A broad mind. He accumulated wealth across a broad spectrum of assets.
Appoint.
To give someone a job or role, especially as a public official or member of an organization, to arrange or decide on a time or a place.
Examples:
Appoint members. Appoint the day. The court appointed a guardian for the child.
Environment.
The natural world such as air, water, and land in which humans, animals, and plants live.
Examples:
Environment affairs. Chaotic environment. Every human is responsible for taking care of the Earth's environment.
Facility.
A building or place that provides a particular service or is used for a particular industry.
Examples:
A cell phone with an internet facility. Facility design. This company has an entire recycling facility, including major reprocessing plants.
Conservationist.
A person who advocates or acts to protect and preserve the environment and wildlife.
Examples:
Wildlife conservationist. Dedicated conservationist. The extinction of this species has been a significant concern for conservationists.
Economical.
Providing a satisfactory return on the money, time, or effort, not using more money, fuel, etc. than necessary.
Examples:
Economical use of her time. An economical meal. It is more economical to wash your plastic bottle and reuse it.
Finance.
The management of money, credit, banking, and investments, especially by a government or commercial organization, the branch of economics that studies the management of money and other assets.
Examples:
Finance Act. Manage my finances. Our company decided to hire an advisor who specializes in finance.
Conversation.
An informal talk between two or more people to exchange their views, ideas, information, etc.
Examples:
Conversation in English. A friendly conversation. Your conversation reflects your thoughts.
Colleague.
One of a group of a coworker, especially in a profession or a business.
Examples:
Collaborate with colleagues. Former colleague. I decided to seek counseling on the advice of my colleague.
Decision.
The act or process of making up someone's mind about something, a choice or judgment reached after considering options.
Examples:
Decision authority. A selfish decision. She was struggling to make a decision between two job offers.
Invest.
To put money, effort, time, etc. into something to make a profit or achieve a result.
Examples:
Invest in stocks. Invest capital. The government should view children as national assets and actively invest in them.
Ignorance.
Lack of knowledge or information about a particular subject or fact.
Examples:
Ignorance of the law. Ignorance is bliss. His ignorance of the situation led him to make a poor decision.
Mess.
A state of confusion, dirtiness, or untidiness. Verb, to fail to do something or to make something dirty or untidy.
Examples:
Have a whole mess. Get into a mess. He made a frightful mess in his room.
Fundamental.
Forming an essential base or core from which everything else develops or is affected.
Examples:
Fundamental education. Fundamental rights. Human behavior has fundamental characteristics.
Function.
The purpose or use of an object, system, or process, a particular activity or operation that is designed to serve a specific purpose, a mathematical concept that describes a relationship between two sets of values, called the input and output sets. Verb, to operate or work in a specific way, or to perform a particular task or purpose.
Examples:
function properly, immune function. The brain is an incredibly complex organ that controls the body's function.
Punch.
To strike someone or something with one's fist, to make a hole in something.
Examples:
punch out numbers, punch a ticket. He punched the wall in anger.
Vast.
Enormous in size, number, amount, or quantity.
Examples:
vast majority, vast desert. A vast audience viewed the broadcast.
Assume.
To think or accept something to be true without having proof of it, to take or begin to have power, to begin to exhibit a specific quality or appearance.
Examples:
assume a lousy attitude to his boss. Assume an important role. The following example assumes that the capacity of each battery is the same.
Overwhelming.
Very great or intense, so powerful that you cannot fight or react against it.
Examples:
overwhelming majority, an overwhelming victory. He has shown signs of uneasiness and overwhelming worry.
Determinant.
A factor, circumstance, or condition that contributes to the shaping, influencing, or determining of a particular outcome or result.
Examples:
environmental determinant, a determinant of crop yields. One determinant of success is having a positive attitude and a strong work ethic.
Preserve.
To keep or maintain a particular quality, feature, etc., especially to prevent it from decaying, being damaged, or being destroyed.
Examples:
preserve my strength. Preserve a country's heritage. They worked hard to preserve the nature of their native lands.
Grandparent.
A parent of one's father or mother.
Examples:
great-grandparent, person of grandparent age. She was close to her paternal grandparents and often spent summers with them.
Recognize.
To acknowledge or realize something or someone, to identify, remember, or become aware of something that was previously known or encountered.
Examples:
recognize talent. Recognize achievement. It's important to recognize your strengths and weaknesses.
Steward.
A person responsible for the management and care of another's property or for the supervision of the domestic staff of a large household or organization. A person in charge of arranging for the supply of food to a college, club, etc.
Examples:
steward duties. Steward service. The steward on the flight was very helpful in assisting passengers with their needs.
Policymaker.
A person in charge of or involved in developing action plans for a political party, business, etc.
Examples:
Education policymaker, regional policymaker. Policymakers struggle to develop various laws and regulations to address international trade conflicts.
Recreate.
To make something that existed previously happen or appear to exist again.
Examples:
Recreate a single country. Recreate the feeling of the 1920s. She recreated the atmosphere of the pre-war age with her stage setting.
Sharply.
Suddenly and to a great degree, in an aggressive manner.
Examples:
Sharply questioned. Drop sharply. The value of our house rose sharply last year.
Decarbonize.
To stop or reduce emitting carbon gases, especially carbon dioxide, by replacing energy made from fossil fuels with renewable energy.
Examples:
Decarbonize their manufacturing process. Decarbonize its energy system. We have to seek methods to decarbonize its fossil fuel economy.
Essentially.
Relating to the essential features or concepts of anything.
Examples:
Essentially correct. Become essentially same. Essentially, a society is an organism.
Consumption.
The amount used or eaten, the act of using up a resource such as energy, food, or materials.
Examples:
Average fuel consumption. The consumption of food. In our country, water consumption usually decreases during the winter.
Enormous.
Extremely large or great.
Examples:
Enormous amount. Enormous potential. Shakespeare's output of poetry was enormous.
Flip.
To turn over into a different position quickly, to throw or toss with a light motion.
Examples:
Flip over the pork chop. Flip a coin. He flipped when he heard that he had been accepted into the university.
Complexity.
The state or quality of being complicated or intricate and difficult to understand.
Examples:
Cognitive complexity. Complexity theory. The project's complexity made it difficult for the team to complete it on time.
Decision maker.
A person who makes important decisions, especially at a high level in an organization.
Examples:
Policy decision maker. Act as a decision maker. A wealth of information does not always have a positive impact on decision makers.
Involve.
To include or affect someone or something as a necessary part of something else.
Examples:
Involve a lot of paperwork. Involve a high degree of risk. The investigation involves several government agencies and is expected to take several months.
Responsible.
Answerable or accountable for something within one's power, control, or management.
Examples:
Responsible action. Responsible for customer service. She's a responsible pet owner who ensures her dog gets enough exercise and a healthy diet.
Quarter.
One of four equal parts, a fourth part or portion.
Examples:
A quarter mile. End of the first quarter. The unemployment rate in the first quarter was 2.3 percentage points higher than in the previous.
Emission.
The act of production or sending out gas, heat, light, etc.
Examples:
Global emissions of greenhouse gases. The emission of light. There are 5 distinct emissions at 5 unique wavelengths.
Crop.
A plant that is cultivated in large amounts, particularly for food.
Examples:
Crop field. Crop herbicide. Sow early for an early crop.
Agriculture.
The practice or science of cultivating the land or raising stock.
Examples:
Organic agriculture. Intensive agriculture. Agriculture is the foundation of our economy.
Deforestation.
The act of cutting down or burning trees in a large area.
Examples:
Deforestation of the tropics. The lowest deforestation rate. Large-scale deforestation also has a significant impact on marine ecosystems in the area.
Extinction.
The complete disappearance of a species from the earth.
Examples:
Extinction prevention. Brink of extinction. The extinction of the dinosaurs is thought to have been caused by an asteroid impact.
Coalition.
A temporary alliance formed by 2 or more political parties for combined action, the state of being combined into one body.
Examples:
A 3-party coalition. Coalition forces. The 2 largest opposition parties announced they would form a coalition in the next elections.
Stakeholder.
A person or group that has an interest or concern in something, especially a business.
Examples:
Stakeholder engagement. Improve stakeholder relations. The organization held stakeholder consultations to gather input on the project.
Transform.
To change an outward structure or looks.
Examples:
transform an education system, transform heat into power. My father's death transformed my life completely.
Footprint.
A mark of a foot, shoe, or animal's foot left on a surface.
Examples:
footprints in the snow, the footprints of an earlier civilization. We choose transportation that has a smaller carbon footprint.
Opportune.
Suitable or happening at a time that is suitable or convenient for a particular purpose.
Examples:
opportune occasion, an opportune remark. The phone rang at the most opportune time.
Massive.
Enormous amount, very heavy and solid.
Examples:
massive amounts, massive stars. The recent economic downturn has resulted in massive layoffs.
Palm.
The inner surface of the hand from the wrist to the base of the fingers, any plant of the family Palmae having an unbranched trunk crowned by large pinnate or palmate leaves.
Examples:
the palm side of the forearm, coconut palm trees. This high-performance camera is compact enough to fit in the palm of your hand.
Small holding.
A small farm or estate that the owner or family typically works, often used to describe a farm that is smaller than a standard agricultural unit.
Examples:
smallholding farm, smallholding agriculture. The farmer's smallholding was enough to grow and sell vegetables for their family at the local market.
Institute.
An organization that has a specific purpose, particularly one dealing with science, education, or a particular profession. Verb, to initiate, introduce, or establish something.
Examples:
institute a lawsuit, research institutes. This region has many institutes offering higher education.
Government.
The group of people with authority to control a country or state.
Examples:
government bureaucracy, government funding. The federal government is planning to increase taxes for the next fiscal year.
Encouraging.
Giving hope, confidence, or support, inspiring.
Examples:
encouraging approval, encouraging sign. The test results were encouraging and showed improvement.
Committed.
Willing to put in a lot of effort, time, and energy into something, firmly believing in something.
Examples:
in a committed relationship, strong and committed sales staff. Our company is strongly committed to meeting customers' needs.
Chain.
A series of connected links or objects, A system or group of interconnected elements, a restraint or shackle.
Examples:
Chain reaction. Supply chain. The chain on my bike broke, leaving me stranded. Strategy. A detailed plan of action designed to achieve a long-term or overall goal.
Examples:
Military strategy. Develop a strategy. Our plan includes a comprehensive marketing strategy. Sideline. A secondary or less significant job, interest, or activity, a line on the side of a sports field that players must stay behind. Verb, to remove someone from their position or role, often temporarily or as a result of a setback or failure. Examples: Sideline reporter. Lucrative sideline. The coach benched the star player after he broke a team rule, leaving him on the sideline for the entire game. Deteriorate. To become worse in quality, to decline or degenerate. Examples: Deteriorate at a slow pace. Deteriorate condition. The patient's health deteriorated rapidly after being diagnosed with the disease. Invite. To ask someone to come or join, to offer an opportunity or possibility for something to happen or take place. Examples: Invite guests. Invite criticism. We want to invite you to our annual charity event. Embrace. To accept something willingly and enthusiastically. Noun, the act of clasping another person in the arms as in greeting or affection. Examples: Embrace an opportunity. A warm embrace. The woods embrace the house. Egoist. A person who is excessively focused on their interests, needs, or welfare, one who regards self-interest or personal advantage as their main priority. Examples: Egoist behavior. Arrogant egoist. Her egoist nature caused her to lose friends.